I'm Micah.
And I'm Shane.
And you have discovered the Fountains of Youth, your go-to podcast for those seeking to stay forever young in mind, body, and spirit.
Is it possible the two youths?
Two what?
It's gonna be lit, fam.
All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Fountains of Youth. I'm your main host, Micah, and as always, I'm joined by the increíble Shane. How's it going, Shane?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm hanging in.
Yeah, I'm pumped to be here, and I'm ready for another episode. We got a great show lined up, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
Absolutely, and we are thrilled to introduce our special guest for this episode, Mrs. Taylor Vorbeck.
Yes, sir. You said it right. Good job.
Well,
No, I'm
thank
just
you.
kidding.
Taylor is a small business owner, a county commissioner, and a supermom. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you, Taylor. And we got some good stuff in store for you today. We'll kick things off with a few classic dad jokes today. Yeah, get the laughter going.
Yes, we will. Then we'll dive into our fan favorite game, New Letter, New Movie, where we will take a popular movie title, change one letter, and come up with a funny new plot.
Well, after that, we'll get to know Taylor a little better in our segment, Grilling Taylor. Hope you're ready for that.
Damn, I like hot dogs.
Okay. Taylor will share some wisdom on how she manages to stay balanced while juggling her roles as a business owner, county commissioner, and supermom.
And then we will wrap things up. We got a song quiz called This Midi is Mid.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
listen to some MIDI versions of popular songs and see if we can guess what they are. It's going to be a blast.
All right, sure is. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some fun and insightful episode of Fountains of Youth. So let's get started. Of course, Taylor, it's an honor to have you on the show, and we like to start off with talking about our fountain moments. So we think about things that maybe we did that kind of were dipping into the fountain for us. You know, sometimes, Shane, we've talked about going outside and shooting little helicopter things up into the air, and or me spending extra time with my kid and just running around in the rainstorm, or
Riding
Shane,
a bike,
yeah,
fishing.
fishing,
Whatever.
taking Lauren behind the courthouse and the fishing, the old fishing hole. So Shane, you got any fountain moments to share this week?
You're not going to believe it.
Oh no, you went fishing.
I did.
That doesn't count anymore.
You walked in the creek.
I did. I did
There we
all
go.
that.
Yes.
I did that. I actually I took someone with me this time. I was like, hey,
Was it Michael?
it was not
Oh,
Michael.
okay.
He is not allowed. But I took someone with me, and we went to one of my places that I go to find old things. And instead of this time, normally I'd walk and just like see something, pick it up. Well, we took shovels and things
Oh.
this time to actually do some physical activity
Okay.
to kind of get back to the fountains of youth. And instead of being lazy and grabbing something, we dug for it.
That's great, man.
Nice.
Very good. Mine this week was I had a bowl of cereal with my kid. We just sat down and ate cereal together. So
What kind?
it was Life.
Life.
Yes.
Ooh,
Talk about
cinnamon?
life while we eat Life. No, just regular.
Just regular.
Old school. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I got. Taylor, you got any fountain moments?
Gosh, we have, I would say a couple. We have started puzzles again.
Oh, nice.
I kind of forgot how calming they
Yeah.
were, and it's kind of funny. So everyone kind of comes in, and we keep it on a mat that we can kind of roll up.
Yeah.
But it's in our center island of our kitchen, and kind of so everyone will kind of come in and add some, and then with the kids being out of school, we're kind of able to stay up a little bit later with it. And then I think my other fountain moment is going to be Wednesday. We are playing in the U11 Parks and Rec championship game, and I promised the girls that if they won, I would wear a tutu to the game tomorrow. So I purchased said tutu
Yes.
today, and
So you're
we'll be
confident.
wearing.
You're
No,
con-
we're in. We're
you're
in the
in.
championship
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yeah, we won Monday, and
Gotcha.
one of the girls, the first thing they said after the game was over was, "What color tutu are you bringing?" And I was
That's
like, "All
great.
right." So I will be in a tutu.
That's.
Can we post that picture?
I think we should.
Yeah.
So just
okay.
send it
I'm
on
sh-
when you
I'm-
got
trust
it.
me, I promised them heels and a tutu, so I will be pitching a softball.
I was going to say
heels
it may
and a
be on the front
tutu.
page of the Herald.
This is true.
County commissioner in
Right.
tutu.
Loses her mind.
So, but it's more like I wanted the girls to kind of realize that we're just out here to have fun, and I can be as silly and goofy. You know, there's a couple times where I will do the worm just to get them out of their mind, out of their mindset. 'Cause they get so, upset with themselves if they mess up. And so
Yeah.
I'll either do the worm or I threaten the worm if they don't get over it and move on. And most of the time they just go, please don't do it.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that what Nate? He say the same thing?
No, trust me, after this many years, he expects it probably.
Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect fountain moment, and we appreciate that contribution. And it kind of reminds me of something that we need to talk about.
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what we need?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Joke of the day.
A joke of the day. That's right. It's time
Oh,
for
yeah.
our joke of the day. So we're going to do a lot of jokes today, but
Yeah.
I figure I'll prime the pump here.
Oh, yeah.
And you shared about your puzzle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I was very proud the other day because I finished a puzzle.
Did you?
It took me 9 months to finish the puzzle.
Oh.
I was pretty proud because on the side of the box it said 3 to 5 years. So,
Oh, there
Thank
we
you.
go.
Thank
Yes, there we go.
and our joke of the day.
It's brought to you by Mattel.
Oh, Mattel. They got some good stuff.
They do.
Barbie.
Barbie, puzzles.
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr.
There you
Potato
go.
Head.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good one. Yeah.
Good. Good. Well, fantastic, Mr. Potato Head. He's got a nice little mustache here.
He
Yeah.
does.
So,
Oh.
binge or cringe mustache?
Totally cringe.
Okay. Just curious.
No.
All right.
Does Nate have? Has he ever done it?
Once, and it was awful. But it was only like they were doing that. What's the November?
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Movember
No Shave
mustache.
November,
Yeah,
Movember,
it was
whatever,
like
yeah.
something years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
And it lasted that one like hour he had to do it at work, and that was enough. So I won't even let him shave his beard now. So just
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
So, I mean, obviously for him, it's cringe, but like, is it universal? Like,
yes. It's,
you couldn't sit
yes.
across the table from somebody with a
it's,
mustache?
It's rough.
It's rough.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
rough. Like
It is rough.
It's rough. Scratch and
Literally.
sniff, too.
I do double check anyone who wears a
That's good.
mustache.
That's good. I will be double checked. That's funny. I do it for the comedy of it, honestly.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
don't wear it too seriously too often, but it is mustache season. So, well, we're going to get into a few dad jokes here. And, as we go through our joke of the day, sometimes we'd like to get an edgy one, to get people's attention, make it real shareable. But there's a whole bunch of jokes that are just out there that we need to probably talk about.
Yeah, there's plenty. We had some folks on the
Yeah, we put it out on the socials,
Yeah.
and we got some good ones.
Yeah, we did get some good ones, and so I'll share a couple.
All right, go ahead, Shane. What you got?
Let's see here. Eddie Brandon, he posted this one. He said, "Last night I had a dream that I was a muffler. I woke up exhausted."
I like that
That's
one.
good. I like that.
Chelsea Campbell said, "What does a mermaid wash her fins with?"
Ooh, Taylor, you know this one.
Ooh, I came up with Head and Shoulders. That's
pretty
not
good.
it.
That's pretty good. But it's Tide.
That's good.
that is
I like that. We have a few. If you want to submit a joke, you can do that anytime. We have our website has now been launched here, so check the show notes for the link for that. And but yeah, drop a joke anytime. I've had a few submissions for jokes. You may have heard this one before. What do you call a fake noodle? Fake noodle.
Oh,
Taylor, go.
no, it was just on Funky's thing today.
What is it?
Oh my god, an impasta.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good job.
That was Nate's joke today for
Good.
Funky's.
Look at there.
Perfect. And then there was another one. I'm going to try to remember it right. I hope I do it justice. It says, what do you get when you mix alcohol and literature? Tequila Mockingbird.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Carol.
Yeah.
Appreciate the submission there. She saw me today and she said, when are you gonna put that on there? So I was like, I'll get it in there. So, but we appreciate those joke submissions. Now, Taylor, you had a pretty good joke. Share us one of your favorites.
I didn't remember it, but Grayson gave me one on the way
Okay,
over
here we go.
here. What do you call Darth Vader with a stomach ache? Barf Vader.
That's a dad. I'm not sure if it's a dad joke or a kid joke right there.
That's an
Yeah.
8-year-old right there.
Oh man. And then what about your other Darth Vader joke?
Yeah, I didn't have that memorized.
Oh no.
No,
So how
No.
how does Darth Vader like his toast?
I don't know.
on the dark
Dark
side.
side.
Ah,
Yeah, no.
Extra
Yeah.
crispy.
I like it.
Oh man. Well, we have a fountain of jokes, but we probably should keep going here. But keep submitting the jokes. We love them, and if you got a good belter, we might feature it as a joke of the week. So. Come on. Well, I think we're going to take a moment for a Gen Z vocab lesson here, and we're going to try something a little different here. I have a brother, got a few brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which one?
a couple 10. And he works with young people, and so he's got a few ideas for our Gen Z vocab lesson here. You'll also notice Michael's not here today, so we got to have Uncle Eli's going to step in here, and let's see what he's got. There you go.
Look at that. The bearded one.
Yes.
The beard.
The bearded brother. Well, cool, man. We were just talking about our Gen Z vocab lesson. So if you had a second to drop some wisdom on us from the Generation Z, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, we got some fun ones that I think you guys might like. One of my favorite ones right now is Shooketh.
Shooketh.
Shooketh. Like as in like it would be Old Testament
Yeah.
conjugation of shook.
Yeah.
Okay, Shooketh.
Shooketh.
Tell us about
Shook it
Shooketh.
You guys want to take some guesses on what that is?
You're messed up
Okay, Taylor says messed up.
to the
Shane.
10th degree.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay, that's good.
I'm just going with like you shook someone like extra hard.
Shaking babies now?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with stunned. What do you got?
Okay, yeah, it's actually shook is surprised or stunned, that kind of thing. Shooketh is the extreme version of that.
Okay, so can you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes, when I saw the Rams get that interception on the goal line, I was shooketh.
Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like not Gen Z. It sounds like Gen a long time ago.
Yes.
Oh no, it's they're bringing back some old stuff
Okay.
in some funny ways.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm shook.
Yeah.
Shooketh.
Another fun one is Stan, STAN.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
heard this, but I don't really have any context for it. So Stan, STAN, Stan. Tell us about Stan real quick.
Okay, so Stan is a combination of stalker and fan, but it's all positive. So it's
Not
a
a
super fan.
positive
It doesn't sound
stalker.
positive.
You know those
Yeah, it's
stalker
like-
fans. Stan.
It's like a Swiftie would be a Stan. Like they know
Okay.
where she is every
Oh,
day.
but
They
they're
like
not-
track everything.
Like the people who like fountains of youth.
Yes, we got some Stans
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yes.
definitely have some stands that no one's gonna drop. All of that stuff. Know the dad joke before it drops.
Yes, Stan. All right. Well, that's a good one there.
That
That's
is
a
a
good
good
one.
one.
That's
Yeah.
better than Shooketh.
Well, we appreciate it, Eli, and congratulations on the little one.
Thank
Is
you.
that public news now?
Oh,
Not quite, but almost.
All right. So he just found out the gender of his child they're expecting.
Micah, you're going to be Shooketh when you find out.
I am. I'm already shook because I did find out.
Oh.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, love y'all.
Love you,
Thank
man.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. So some stands. I've kind of been wondering what we're gonna call the people that want to be like connected
go.
to the
Like-
the podcast
yeah.
and
Instead of
contributing.
Swifties,
Yeah.
fans.
Stands.
Stands.
Complete with the mustache, because I feel like Stan has
Oh.
a mustache.
Yes,
Stan would have a
does
mustache.
Sorry to any
More
Stan.
stalker, less fan.
Yes.
Oh man! All right. Well, fantastic. That is your Gen Z vocab lesson, and brought to you by the good people of Chicago, where Uncle Eli is residing right now. So, well, let's go on to some new letter, new movie. So this is a bit we did in the first episode, the debut. This is called New Letter, New Movie. The rules are simple. You get to change one letter of a movie title, and then it's got to be a brand new plot. You guys ready for it?
Yeah, we had people that commented and gave us some
Quite a few submissions.
Yeah, that's
It-
good.
it-
So
it was
we're
good.
going to go through a few of the ones that you guys submitted here, and we're going to read the description of the movie and see if we can guess what it was that was
Okay.
done. Or
Yeah.
if you're listening right now, maybe you want to try to guess and beat us at the punch here. So Shane, why don't you rattle one off, and we'll see if we can get there.
So, a young detective seeks out to solve a mysterious death. But while he is undercover on a stakeout, he discovers the world's best slider burger. After that, nothing is the same. Crimes are rampant all over the city. But he has one focus. Where can I find the best slider?
I would not have got this.
Yeah, this is
even
tough.
though I've seen the movie.
And it's yeah.
I would not
Yeah.
have got that.
So
It could have
the
been.
title is
Along came a slider.
Along Came a Slider. Along Came a Slider. Sounds delicious.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
It's a better title than the original.
It was Shiitake, and she was so proud of it.
She-
And I'm proud of her.
That was a
jumping
good
in
one.
there. She did.
That was a good one. This one's actually generated from ChatGPT.
Okay.
So they came up with one. Let's see if you guys can figure it out. A misfit group of ice skaters embarks on an epic journey to compete in the Middle Earth Ice Skating Championship. Along the way, they must dodge orc referees and conquer treacherous rinks, all while mastering their triple axels and toe loops to save their beloved ice rink from the clutches of the evil Sauron skate school.
Well, all I can come up with is the Mighty Ducks, but I can't
Sau-
switch it.
With Sauron and Middle Earth
No, yeah.
orcs?
Yes.
No, Shane,
I have.
Lord of the
Flies?
Rinks.
No,
Rinks. Lord of the Rinks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Lord of the
There we
Rinks.
go.
Oh, dear.
Ah.
I'll see if you can get this one.
Okay.
A circus ringleader holds a winter sculpture contest.
Oh.
Come on, this is me.
I know.
just-
That's I
yeah.
know. Okay, so read it again. Yeah.
A circus ringleader holds a winter sculpture contest.
The greatest.
Snowman.
Yes,
Thank you.
the greatest snowman. All right.
Now you need to sing.
No,
Yes,
I know.
yes.
I'm. It's in my head.
All right, Shane, I got one for you.
All right.
A botanist travels back in time to stop a cyborg from cloning tulips.
Oh.
The Germinator.
Oh.
I'll be back to plant. Oh man, well that was a few new movie ideas here. If you got some, let us know. We will gather up some more and play a little.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit hard.
Well, I don't
But-
think it's supposed to be
Yeah.
too much of a guessing game as it is just
All right.
funny. So, well, good. Well, that kind of brings us to our coveted segment, our grilling segment, Grilling Taylor. So, Taylor, you're here,
I am.
and you're here because of who you are, and you fit our persona. You fit what we love to do here, and that's to talk about youthful people and to youthful people. So, let's hear about like where you are in life. Family. Give us the details.
I am owner of Funky Frogs Kids Indoor Playground.
It's a cool
out
place, by the
Spring
way. Yeah. Can we give it a little shout out, a little sponsorship shout out?
Lake. For
Funky
the-
Frogs.
Funky.
Yes.
Where the slogan is "Why be normal when you can be funky?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom to 4 kids. 11, almost 9 tomorrow. 7 and 4. And then wife to an amazing man who stepped out last year and decided to do small business consulting and kind of got out of the restaurant business that he had been in for 20 years. So
Wow.
we are letting God lead.
Yeah.
And so let's see.
I wanna say,
County.
I'm glad you clarified the stepped out.
Yeah, he stepped out last year.
He stepped out.
Oh yeah. See, that's that whole you shouldn't talk before you think.
It's all good.
Cleared it up.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
thanks. Yeah, no. And then county commissioner, and then within the county commissioner realm, I serve on 3 boards around the area, and then I'm also on the board of trustees for Central Carolina Community College.
Wow.
Nate and I coach U11 girls softball, and then we also run a small group here at church for newlyweds and engaged couples. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
That's a long list. Yes. Yes.
I'm sweating now just
Yeah.
thinking about all that.
Yeah. So you don't sleep ever, probably.
No,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of sleep. So I think there went like 2.5 weeks where I hadn't even sat on my own couch. So it was,
Man.
I know.
All right. So you're juggling all these things and you're
Mhm.
doing these things, and then you decide to get into politics, which kind of
Yes.
adds a whole other level.
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So what
I
inspired
am,
that? Like, why?
I am proof that God has humor.
Yeah.
And he, I love he doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And that's kind of the slogan I've lived by, especially the last 2 years with getting into politics. It was never That was one of those not on my bingo cards ever.
Right.
And I think I always wanted to be a voice for people, but politics was not the avenue in which I thought it was going to be. I had other ideas. And so God put it in front of me, and Nate and I kind of prayed over it, and we talked about it, and we went for it. And I kind of ran a campaign that was more on, God, you put me here, and if you really want me there, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see on election day, kind of thing. And then each time I step in to one of the meetings or one of the committees I'm on, I'm always questioning, why am I here? That's kind of, I go in with why am I here?
Right.
What do you want me to learn from this? And it's like each time I walk out and I'll go, okay, that's why you needed me there.
Yeah.
That was what my purpose was while in that meeting, or I needed to be there for going back to
Yeah.
balancing both sides. I try and I do a lot of listening before speaking in that realm, way better than I do probably other parts of my life. Nate can attest
Yeah.
to that. I probably speak way more than listen in marriage.
Oh man. So with all those things, all the concerns in your head,
Mhm.
how do you have time and attention and focus? Like, how are you able to, like, I don't know, compartmentalize at times so you can be present with your kids and be present with your husband, and
Yeah.
that sounds difficult.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult. I've tried really hard in the last year to really give it to God. On Yeah, especially because even with Funkies on when first opening, I mean, the Google reviews and some of the comments that I would get while being at, hey, have you thought of this? Or
Yeah.
why didn't you do this? Or after spending hours and years and
Yeah.
planning. So, and you can't obviously have that 2-3 hour conversation
Right.
with every person, and no one's going to know my heart immediately. And so I think that was the, I think with anything I've gotten into, that's one of the things I've learned over the last 2 years is understanding that they don't know what they don't know. They
Yeah.
don't know what they haven't learned or what I haven't told them. So, because I put my heart in everything I'm doing. So, taking Funky Frogs for example, like if something wasn't liked, I took it personally because I wanted to
Yeah.
provide a good product, and my heart was for the kids, and my heart is for the community. And so if things aren't seen the way I feel like they should be seen, those that part gets a little hard. So I think giving it over to God, letting him take it as best as I can,
Yeah.
and trying to be more present in the moment, especially with the kids, and homework and just their normal, and laundry and cooking dinner. But there's little things that I've done, I think, to help. Like I do a monthly menu, and I try and stick to that.
Okay.
And so like that helps, so I don't have to think, because that's like one last thing, the whole, where do you
Yeah.
want to go to eat? I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. You just choose kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with dinner. So
Yeah.
I've tried to put little things here and there, um, and and probably also just kind of giving myself a break on what I can get done. So
Right.
my list of what I think I can get done and what I actually get done, they're
Yeah.
two different things. So giving myself a lot of grace on that, I'm doing the best I can with what I have and in the best way I know how.
I know you're competitive.
A little
You're
bit.
very
A little bit.
she's
You guys
very
learned that
competitive.
like 3 months in a meeting.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm sure that's hard because you want to be obviously the best that you can be at everything that you do. I imagine that competitive spirit in you wants to do it all.
Yeah.
What are some practical things that you're doing to be present and to be balanced and that like putting the puzzle together, that was like huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds whatever, but that's huge for your family.
I try and at least not pick on myself, is like if I took an hour and sat with my kids to do the puzzle, not to then feel guilty for sitting for that hour. And where I could have responded back to emails, or I could have, fixed a dinner, prepped a dinner or something, like
Yeah.
trying to allow myself the ability to um be okay in spending the downtime, and it doesn't always have to be that go go go. because it's very hard, especially when we're in it, to stop and do that kind of part. And then I think also just trying to stay. I used to be growing up. I mean, I had a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 2-month plan to the T. And this last year, it's very weird, but I will look at the calendar for the next day. And I mean, and we have everything. I mean, our calendars are crazy, and we have a shared iPhone calendar with different color coding on everything. So it's organized, but I try to not worry about what the next day is bringing. Like, we'll kind of communicate schedules and stuff, but I try and am taking is because it's hard if I'm allowing God to lead me, for me in my planning brain to then go, okay, no, I've already got this. I don't need this part of it. So I've tried to almost live day by day, and what in that day, what moment in the things that we're talking about are important. And like you're saying, not to get bogged down with certain things. Like, is this kind of worth that time to dive in or not? So, and how much of myself do I have to give?
Yeah.
So, because some days it's way less.
You were talking about giving it to God, and I heard a pastor say recently, he said he had never read in the Bible anywhere where it says we are to live a balanced life.
Mm.
He said we're supposed to live a Christ-centered life,
Mm-hmm.
because when we live a Christ-centered life, then everything else works out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our priorities go where they're supposed to go.
It does, and I can a testament to that. And then I know I had sent Micah the name of the book series we did years ago about being the best yes. And what I can't pronounce her last name very well.
Turkhurst.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Lisa Turkhurst.
Yes.
Sponsored by.
I know.
Sponsored by Lisa. Thank you.
We did that, and I can't, if no one has ever read that book, done that series, I highly recommend it. It took so much weight off of me, especially I think being a firstborn and, you know, the planner and wanting to be the top of the class. Like, I think I always took it by telling someone I was yes, or by telling someone I was available, that was like the best of me. Whereas if I told them no or I couldn't do it, I was less than type. And so in that book, she talks about it's okay to say no, and goes into why that allows you to free up, and the things you have said yes for, you do have more capacity. Because what I have learned is I do max out, and that took fully maxing myself out. So Nate's probably on that. I maxed out like 3 or 4 yeses ago, but I'm trying to do better. And
What's the name of the book?
the best yes.
yes.
It is the best.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we
And
go.
it's-
There's a nice book recommendation inside
It
of
is.
that. So
Yeah.
that was wonderful.
That's
And as you tell your, as you talk about your life right now, I think people underestimate how much time and potential they have to do things. Like when you look at, I don't know, you ever look at your screen time, and it's like I get my screen time, like, dang, I didn't realize I
the new
wasted that.
yeah,
right?
where it updates you.
Exactly. And
Mine's every Sunday.
Right.
During service.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to go to the altar.
Let me go confess.
Yeah,
it.
right.
But as you look at that, and it's like, all right, so maybe that's not the most productive thing I could be doing with my time. So even though it looks like I feel busy a lot of the time, I think it's partly because we're filling our space, our extra space, and our free rejuvenating time, maybe doing stuff that's not that productive.
Yeah.
And so by channeling, and I guess before starting this podcast, I was very much in that, like, like, what am I doing? I'm just kind of going home, hanging out with the kids, listening to podcasts or watching something on TV
Well,
or
and
something.
I would say probably your phone too is helps you kind of
Doze.
for a minute,
Yeah.
de-stress from
Right.
the day, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then it,
Yeah.
And it
you know,
sucks
when
you
you
in.
feel like, but that's what I was gonna say, yeah, and then it sucks you
2
in.
hours
so,
later.
Yeah. 88
The rabbit
reels.
hole.
Yes. Oh, man. Well, this kind of lends us to our challenge of the week, and it has to do with just being aware of, what we're doing with our time. So our challenge is to become more aware of how we're spending our time. So
Oh, yeah.
track this week. What did you do this week? What have you done? And if you haven't if you can't think back, think forward. What are you going to do this week? How much time are you going to spend? I mean, your phone does a nice job of letting you know what you do on your phone. Sometimes I don't like that. But how long did you sleep? And how long are you at work? How long do you have with your family? Those kinds of things.
Well, and I would add
yeah.
to that
Please.
is, so I will put my phone in a different room,
It's
Do
good.
the same thing. Yeah.
but then I won't have an email address on my iPad or my computer that I'm working on. So then I go, or I'll need a recipe to
Right.
start on. And so I now I went back to a recipe book. So I won't
Oh,
look
wow.
up, and then, so I won't look on my phone, because I'll get a text message that'll come through.
Right.
And then it's just this snowball effect of,
Yeah.
I'll stop in, like it's even with directions. If I've got to go somewhere
Right.
or Spotify, like then I'll go, oh, I forgot to answer that email. So I think trying to figure out how we kind of get away from the device during your daytime and not be so, I don't want to say dependent on it,
Yeah.
but because half the time when I'm on my phone on the whole screen thing, I'm doing work. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to balance on
Yeah.
that thing. And so I did take a few apps and hide them, and
That's a
to
good
make myself
hack
have to
there, yeah.
go in.
There's different like
have to look
focus
for it.
modes you can do and
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's another episode for sure, to get into these screens that are, good in a lot of ways, but also can really pull us away from what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good. There's our challenge of the week. Just log it, figure out what you're doing, and then from there, you decide what to do with that information. Because I think a lot of times awareness is the first step, and then see what happens next.
And I like what you said. It may be you're not doing enough
Right.
of the right thing
Right.
or
You're
the
doing
good
some
thing.
good things,
Yeah.
but maybe not enough, or maybe
Yeah, or-
absolutely. Well, this kind of brings us to our closing segment. We always like to close with a game, have a little fun. So you've been grilled. Hopefully you feel grilled, and so now it's time to have some good times. Now, you confessed to me, Taylor, that you kind of were big on 90s jams, some 90s hip hop especially. And now, but you also confessed that the lyrics weren't what you thought they were.
No.
Exactly. And if you go read some of these lyrics from the old days, they're just as bad as they are today. Am I right?
Yeah, they are. They are.
So
yeah.
we, for that reason, and for other reasons, such as they won't let us post us playing songs here, we're going to play a little game here, but it's the Midi versions of these songs. So there are no words. It's just the Midi, so it doesn't even sound that good.
Okay.
But we're going to play the Midi tracks from some classic songs from the 80s, or from the 90s, excuse me. Most of them are hip hop. And Shane, I'm curious if you can get some of these too. All right, we're going to start with a little more recent one. Let's see if you can figure this one out. Do you know the song?
I feel like I should, but I'm horrible at knowing the
The actual
lyric,
name?
the name, and the name of the.
Especially good with this MIDI.
I know it is
MIDI
actually.
vibe.
It's
This MIDI is
really
mid.
good. No, I like this. Yes, because it kind of sounds like Hotel California, but
It's not.
Gangster's Paradise, Julio. Let's see.
No.
No, dang it.
Here, let me skip ahead a little bit. See. Oh, okay.
All I
Shane,
hear
you wanna
is
take a shot?
Boots and cats and boots and
All right, that
more
was
cowbell.
hopefully you figured it out at home. This is Will Smith.
Oh, Welcome to Miami.
That's it. That's it. Okay,
Yes.
just needed Will Smith in there,
Yep.
so we'll give you the ding on that one anyway. Good. All right, let's pick another one here.
Oh,
That's Hotel California. No, it's not. Dang it.
Summertime. Summertime.
I'm so bad at this.
Summertime.
California.
Yeah, it's California.
Party.
I do know the song. I just cannot get it.
All right, that is.
Let me
You
welcome
know the band,
everybody
the
to
artist.
the Wild Wild West.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That is Tupac, and that is California Love.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Summertime,
yes.
man.
Summertime.
Will Smith.
Oh dear. All right, let's do a couple more here.
Oh. Another one bites the dust
Yeah.
is what I hear.
I know. I do. I hear that
Do
too.
you hear that?
Yeah.
Is it a hip, a hop, a
Oh yeah, nope, don't know this one.
Oh, come on. I know
No.
Shataka's getting down
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
I know.
Oh, that is Rapper's Delight.
There we go.
Sugar Hill. All right. All right.
Go gang.
We gonna get one. We gonna get one. Oh, here we go. You got this one for sure.
Summertime.
Summertime. What is the summertime?
It's Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I know.
So you like them, but you just don't know the titles all the
Oh
time.
no, I'm very bad at this. Oh yes, no.
All right. This one's called Still Dre.
Ah, there we go.
Still Dre. Hopefully you got
Yeah.
that one. All right. That's good. That's
I can
good.
probably do lyrics more than I can do.
Hey,
the
if you want to
artist
bust it out.
or-
All right. We got one for Shane here.
Beastie Boys.
What is it?
Oh.
That's pretty good that you picked
yeah,
that up.
Beastie Boys. I did get that.
I'm giving you.
These are on. These are good Guitar
Oh.
Hero.
This MIDI is so bad though.
Gosh.
That was Fight for Your Right to
Really?
Yeah. I know,
Party.
Oh, this is
Gang-
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah.
As I walk to the valley of the shadow
Well,
of
there it
death,
is.
look at take a look at my life. As I,
I
walk
mean-
through the
We're
They're
gonna play
the-
Google Shazam. Yeah, amazing.
Right.
Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Let's do just a couple more here if we got some. I don't know this one. Somebody's got to know this one.
almost sounds like Crosswords by Bone Thugs.
That's exactly what it is.
I love that song. It's Bone Thugs in
Crossroads.
Harmony.
Bone Thugs in Harmony.
I'll see you at the crossroads.
That's exactly right. Well done.
Be lonely.
See, I just don't know the song, but it sounds
No, you
good.
don't?
Sounds like a banger. Yeah. That's a great one. Good job. Good get on that one. Right? She
That
nailed
was
that
good.
one. That is our game called This Midi is Mid. And that MIDI was mid, but your singing was great. So
Thanks. You know.
next time we're going to play Amazing with you. So it should be a good
You
time.
would enjoy that.
Yeah. Well, great. It's been fun getting to know you. And but that's a wrap on this episode. So we hope you had as much fun as we did.
And we want to give a thanks to our amazing guest, Taylor Vorbeck, for joining us today. Taylor, it was a pleasure.
Thank you guys. Thanks. It was a pleasure being here.
Absolutely. Taylor, thank you. And a big shout out to all of our listeners for tuning in. We appreciate your support and love having you along for the ride.
Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review if you enjoyed today's episode. And be sure to follow us on social media for updates and behind the scenes content.
Plus, if you have any suggestions or topics you'd like for us to cover, feel free to drop us a message. We love hearing from you.
So stay connected, stay balanced, and keep spreading those positive vibes. Let's pour one out for Ponce.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well,
I'm
that was
Shooketh.
You're Shooketh?
Yes.
I don't know if the stands are going to be all over that one or not. So.
They might. Who knows?
A Shooketh thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I'm
that's
using
the
that
easy
tonight.
One. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
easy one. Are you?
Stand.
You Shooketh me all night long.
I should have played that one. I would have got that one.
We could do it. We could do it. Oh, man. That's funny.
Right now, I'm gonna have that in my head.